Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Today I'll present you a persuasive speech about loneliness, unmasking the danger and the cure. So, you guys have known that loneliness might sound like a simple thing in your life, but actually, loneliness might be a deadly thing that you will never thought about. So, what what is loneliness? Every people that you met in your life must have felt once what lonely is. Yes, the social pain, unpleasant emotional state of feeling that caused by lack of social connection. Loneliness is a subjective emotion, which means that when you feel lonely, you are lonely. It is your personal feeling. Loneliness on human comes from their complicated minds of state. And sometimes, in some cases, there are someone out there who crave for social interaction with other individuals or groups they're close to, but their mind is restricting them. So, loneliness create a painful feeling just as same as a physical pain. So that is what loneliness in a brief explanation. Then, when did we actually start to feel lonely? So, social interactions have become our biological needs since a long time ago, 100 years ago. So, we're recounting back to 100 years ago. Our ancestors were always in a group in order to survive, right? But when one of the individual gets left out by the packs, they could barely survive. Why? Because they would feel like everything becoming worthless, unmotivated, and by that, being alone means death. And then, why loneliness is dangerous? According to psychological today, loneliness and poor social connection are as bad as your health as smoking 15 cigarettes for a day. Loneliness is proven as a dangerous thing to most of the physical disease, such as obesity, stroke, Alzheimer, and cancer. When they're compared to each other, loneliness might be deadlier than them. But now, could you see how bad loneliness could affect you in your life? So, how do we overcome loneliness? There are several beneficial to overcome it. So I'm going to ask you to do this when you guys, the audience, are actually feeling a little bit lonely for today, or maybe you guys have felt lonely for most of the time. So I'll tell you how we're going to get out of those phase. So there are several steps for it. Although it's challenging, these steps can be gradually processed to overcome the painful feeling of loneliness. You guys have to come out and reach out to people. But first, before you getting help to others, recognize and acknowledge your feelings first. It is important because by starting to acknowledging and accepting your feelings of loneliness, it means that you're getting peace to yourself. So it's important to understand that loneliness is a normal and common human experience, and many others have felt the same way. So you are not alone. And the second is reach out and connect. Why? Because by actively seeking social connection by reaching out to friends, family, or other small friends circles, so you guys might want to do initiate conversations like you can make plans to meet up or join social groups and clubs that align with your interests. So building and maintaining relationships may take an effort, may take your a lot of your energy, but this is going to be beneficial to you. It's going to help you to get out of this painful hole of loneliness. And the third is engage in activities that you enjoy. So pursuing activities that brings you joy and happy feelings can maybe you can do hobbies, sports, volunteering or joining community or clubs, organizations. S- It helps you to provide a sense of purpose, but also offer opportunities to meet like-minded individuals. So you guys can meet other individuals by just joining a small groups and then utilize technology in online communities. It helps because we're alone in this world today. Live uh live with technology along our era. So while technology should be a substitute for in-person interaction, it can be a valuable tool for connecting with others. Joining online communities, forums, blogs, or social media groups centered around your interests or hobbies, it is going to be helpful. You guys should try it because engaging in meaningful conversations and build virtual connections also helps you going through out of this loneliness phase. And this is the most crucial ones too. You have to practice your self-care. So taking care of yourself is essential because when combating loneliness, you guys should engage in self-care activities that promote you being a well-being better than before, such as maybe exercising, yoga, maintaining a healthy diet, getting enough sleep. That's the most important because it might be a big factor that have made you become lonely is because that you're getting a lack of sleep, and when you're getting a lack of sleep, your brain becoming a little bit bad, becoming a little bit a villain, like a villain in your body. So it it it's going to give out a lot of negative thoughts that you're when you're lack of sleep. And then when you're physically and mentally good enough, it can positively impact you on your social interactions. And then when you cannot get out this by yourself, you can seek professional support. So if feelings of the loneliness become persist and significantly impact of your being well, you might be needs a little bit help from this professional support like a therapist, counselor, or support group that can provide a safe space to explore your feelings and developing coping strategies and gain valuable insights. And then you guys can practice a lot of self-talk. So this is also important because loneliness might start when you're getting negative faces throughout people out there. So challenge your negative thoughts and replace them with positive and realistic self-talk. So it's like when you see someone and they were like complimenting you, but you see that compliments as a negative thing. And when you occur to get to get that kind of situation, you guys can you guys can do a self talk to yourself like is she were real when she's complimenting me, or did she mention a lot of bad words in her statement before, or maybe like you guys keep thinking that it might be your negative thoughts, not the real life application. So you guys should apply a realistic self-talk. So loneliness can sometimes lead to negative self-perception and self-doubt. So that's it. So remind yourself of your worth, strength, and the positive aspects of your life. And by then, remembering that overcoming loneliness takes time and effort. And be patient with yourself, celebrate small victories, give yourself a small rewards, and keep moving forward. Building meaningful connections and finding a sense of joyful and happiness can come with persistence and openness. So you can create a fulfilling social life and overcome the feeling of painful loneliness. So that's all. Thank you for listening. Do not be lonely.